Chaps and chappies, it's actually quite an abrupt start to the episode. We're starting out with the last game of the FUT Champions qualifiers. We had Lampard, we had Pirlo, we had some of these top players. And now we're looking to really see what we can do, Antonio Conte out the helm. We're testing out the strats. And we're seeing if these players that have come fresh out of Carbonite are actually about it. So I decided I was kind of looking at the rewards and I was like, you know what? I don't really think it's actually worth trying to get rank 1. I mean, I'll say try, do or do not type thing, my guy Yoda. But, we've been getting rank 1 every single time in the playoffs, in the qualifiers, and there's just not really any point. There isn't really any point, you get like a mega pack or whatever. But, my guy Jobber, he's pretty much said to me, the only thing you really need to be aiming for is 1, coins, because you get a hell of a lot of coins from the FUT Champions finals. And then 2, the Team of the Week packs. And even the Team of the Week packs, not the best. We're only getting the discard thing. So into the first game, Grease, he's trying to chip the keeps. Thoughts of my guy Memphis to buy and my guy's slipping. Hello? Yeah, they're trying to silence a boy. So, we're going down this left-hand side. David Silva, all of a sudden, if you can see his right back kind of getting dragged over, it's all of a sudden like, let's go in that half space. Griezmann making that run didn't quite happen. And now they're looking to hit us on the counter charge. Ousmane Dembele breezing past Alaba. And they got a lad at the back post. It's 1-0 down. And that's the thing, we're trying to go at this team and they were just catching us on the counter at times. And, we needed to get back in this game. Defensively, they were looking solid. 4-3-1-2, I decided, Pats might be the way and actually, use those centre mids in a way that, the likes of Lamps and all of that in a way that could actually be more of an attacking threat. So, we're trying to go at him 49th minute here. We're picking out my guy Memphis to buy. You see his Lamps. Here is Lamps with a little spin. And he bangs, man. Top corner. Look at that. Look at the finish from the boy. Right in the top corner. It's an arrow. And that's why you need players of this kind of quality. The big signings. There's actually been a lot of hype around Lampard arriving at the club and all of that. And I mean, finishes like that, you can see why. You can really see why, because he can just go at him. And now we're getting caught again on the counter charge. It's Werner. It's in on goal. And he lifts that into the flipping roof, man. Oh, my days. I don't even know what to tell you. 77th minute in the first game. It's looking like it's all going wrong. 2 counter charges. But Griezmann trying to find the space off little ball. Grease gets it across. And I think that's David Silva. He makes it 2-2. We're refusing to give up. I think, tactically, we weren't looking the best in this game for a long period of a game. And Conte wasn't happy with the boy. We actually ended up switching to a 4-3-3 false 9. We got Guardiola and just had a little chat with the boy. And he said, yeah, I can sort this out. I promise you. Lampard in the half space and all of that. David Silva in the other one. So Diaz coming down this right-hand side. Frankie Lamps giving it on for Pirlo. And the space does open up for David Silva. And that's what I mean. The half space is allowing Lampard and David Silva to occupy a half space. And all of a sudden, they can actually be almost like the main goal threat in the team. As we just completely open them up right at the end on a counter charge. Literally 120th minute. Went to extra time in the first game. It's a little bit stressful. And I wasn't really too happy with the boy Conte. I'm like, lad, this is the first game. We can't be on ropes in the first game. So, I had a chat with the boy. And I said, you got to go on holiday or something, just, you're not really with it or something like that. So I ended up calling up my guy, Pep Guardiola, and just seeing what he was saying. We brought in Adama Traore, Ansu Fati, and my guy Rodrigo sitting in the centre forward. We decided to sign him up. He had all of the right, I don't know, he's a Spaniard, and we wanted the Spanish lads kind of having a chat up top and all of that. You just want them to be kind of fluid and fluent, really. So, yeah, man, I'm feeling like this could be a hell of a team. Pep Guardiola is the man that has been selected. And it's now a case of, let's see him get to work. Pirlo is that holding midfielder now. Is that kind of register sitting in that deeper lying midfield role. And then, of course, Lamps and David Silva occupying those half spaces. And I think it could actually be really interesting to see, just what these three midfielders can do. A lot of experience. They got a lot of skill. And they're really going to be dictating the game. The tactics are going to be allowing them to do that. So Guardiola showing the strats real quick. He was actually doing them on the fly. He was actually writing them down as I'm kind of showing you type thing. So, he said like press after possession loss. We want to be kind of building up a little bit slower. Possession thing, stretching the pitch. And he didn't really show me the play instructions, but I think it was something like left back and right back. I think he said to stay back. I think the middle CDM also, Pirlo, he said stay back as well. And then the right wing and left wing, I think, was on stay wide. And I think that was pretty much that. As Frankie Lamp's looking to find the space and he bangs that. And it's weird because there was some critics saying, lad, Frankie Lamp's is washed. I don't know why he's trying to bring him to the club and all of that thing, but look what he's doing. You know, he's bagging consistent goals. He can finish with his right, he can finish with his left. He's got a ping on him. He's got a shot on him. He's got the experience. Like, I don't really know what else you want, really, from a centre mid and playing in his kind of role. So, you know, they're trying to catch us out. Ter Stegen obviously coming through. And now Frankie Lamp's looking to get something going. And now, as you can see as well, the centre forward Rodrigo kind of dropping in to those midfield spaces and helping with the build-up on this counter-attack as Adama Traore looking to do the most. Cuts in on the edge now. Ansu Fati, Rodrigo, still Rodrigo. Now David Silva. David Silva takes a deflection and goes in. Keeper ain't saving that, man. That's a tough one. And I have to say, the guy's got so much talent, you know, David Silva. I don't know how we're able to get him on the cheap. I really don't know. So, you know, they're trying to play a 4-3-1-2. And they're trying to do, you know, a lot of the play through the centre of the pitch. And, you know, what we're looking to do with this strategy is we're looking to use the width of the pitch as much as we can. The wingers all the way on the touchline at times, you know, actually dragging the left back and right back out of position. And then that's actually going to allow the centre mids like David Silva here to open up those spaces. And it's Lampard again. He's just popping up in the right positions. And the guy's got a lethal finish on him, man. That's what he's always been known as, you know, a goal-scoring centre mid. And the guy's just getting a goal a game, at least. So my guy Dest, giving it to David Silva. Now Dest. I have to give a shout out to the boy Dest. The guy is not only rapid, he's great on the ball, you know, he's agile. And, you know, it really enables him to do what he's doing here, just kind of picking out someone on the edge. Rodrigo with a bit of space and lifts that into the top corner. My goodness me. We're actually cooking them up. We're cooking up, looks like KFC is a little abbreviation type thing. And, yeah, man, it's just a little bit greasy, though. We can't be having any of that KFC when we're on that Weetabix and banana thing and all of that, you know, the green tea. We're eating clean. And I think you can really tell by the performance. You know, the diet is just on a different level. So Rodrigo looking to find a bit of room and the keeper ain't saving that. You know, he's trying to blame everyone else. He's like, lad, why aren't you there and all of this? And it's, you know, really it's his own shortcomings that have actually led to the ball in the back of the net there. Shocking bit of keeping. So, you know, 3-0. And we're 3-0. We're flying through. My guy Pep Guardiola, the tactics. And, you know, we're coming up against a team set up in a 4-4-2. This is a counter-attacking manager. You know, this is someone that's looking to soak up the pressure. As you can see, look, we're going at them and we're using the width of the pitch and we're bringing a lot of players forward. But as soon as they get the ball, they're looking to hit us on the counter charge. And Rafinha, look at that, it's got space. That's not coming across in time. Rafinha still looking to go out and breezes past Alaba across. Oh, no. It's 1-0 in the 18th minute. And we're being caught out. I mean, teams like this are actually very difficult to break down as well. You know, Frankie Lamp's trying to get a shot away. And we were really struggling in this game as once again, Rafinha, the man, getting the space up against Dest. Still going Rafinha, and he's got a lad at the back post. Richarlison, say Ter Stegen, falls for Ansu Fati in his holy heartbreak already within 24. And we got to look to get back. We're now in the 65th minute. And we're looking to get something going. My guy Frankie Lamp's Adama Traore linking up with Jesus Navas. And we're trying to get kind of a 2v1 on this right-hand side. Trying to, you know, bring forward the right back and ultimately try and force some kind of overload. As Pirlo in the midfield actually manages to pick out Rodrigo. Is here. He's onside. And he chips a keeps. What a finish. And an assist for the boy Pirlo. He's got the vision. He's got the eye, man. My goodness me. And he's more than meets the eye. He's transforming into quite a player on the leg of Padme Pirlo. Not that he ever was a shocking player or anything like that. You know, whipping it out to Frankie Lamp's though. Lampard's got Jesus Navas, who is really starting to cause a lot of threat down this right side, that double overload. And he's kind of got that predicament of, do I drag a player over to counter that 2v2? And in doing that, it's creating more space in the middle. And the spaces are opening for Ansu Fati. And that is a finish. What a finish with a left peg. I'll be honest, I actually said to the boy, I didn't know you had that in you. I was like, lad, I don't know if you done that. David Silva though. Here is Silva, on for Pirlo. Can he be the one to pick the space? Frankie Lamp's. Jesus Navas being asked to cause the overload again. And he is. Adama Traore, not the best of passes. But he's bottled it there. And the counter press coming in. Frankie Lamps. It's Rodrigo. Gets it across Ansu Fati in the 81st. And the pendulum has really swung. We flipped it on his head. We flipped it like a little pancake. My, we're having a munch. 3-2 to the boys. Wow. What a game. And I think that's really showing our resilience. And also, Guardiola, you know, he was the one that actually came up with... You have to think on your feet. You have to use your intuition. And you have to be able to kind of, you know, spot the gaps and spot where the opposition is perhaps a little bit weak. And we looked at that right-hand side, you know, we looked at that double overload with Jesus, Navas and all of that, and all of a sudden, it all started unravelling. So, you know, Pirlo, once again, controlling the tempo of the game as he is stretching the pitch, and that's allowing us to progress up the pitch again. Fati, on for the boy, Dest. And my guy's rapid. He's looking to go at him, Dest. Has he got anyone in the middle? Still going Dest. Look at that dribbling. The guy's actually sick on the ball. Ansu Fati. Off the post. Falls for my guy Rodrigo. And he ain't missing from there. And I tell you, I think my guy Dest has been watching some dribbling tutorials or something like that. The guy going crazy, man. And that's why you need, I think, somebody on the ball. Especially, you know, progressing the ball up the pitch. It's very important. I think it's actually kind of underestimated just how good... You know, having a left back and right back that are good on the ball can be. As David Silva finds the space and he rips that. You know, two centre mids that are fully capable of getting the goals, man. You know, they can certainly get the assists. They certainly have that vision, but they actually have a great finish on the two of them. You know, Frankie Lamps and also my guy David Silva. So they're trying to hit us on the counter charge, and they actually have Ter Stegen ducking underneath. I don't know whether it's like a little gust of wind blew him over type thing. Tough to watch. Tough to watch. We know 2-1 Lampard. Switching out to his left-hand half space with David Silva. Trying to find something. He can keep driving in this half space. Still going David Silva. And it's a good save. Frankie Lamps trying to get stuck in the counter press. Falls for Pirlo. Here is Rodrigo. Perhaps some space. Cuts in once. Still going Rodrigo. My God. That is magical, man. He's actually been a hell of a signing. You know, cost a penny. I was going to say a pretty penny, but that just isn't the case. The guy costs nothing. Next to nothing. And here goes Fati. Down his left-hand side. Ansu. Across to Rodrigo. And that's the final nail in the coffin. You know, 4-1. Wow. I'm actually very impressed. And, you know, we're playing some great attacking possession football. Which is really just taking teams to pieces. You know, we're dictating the tempo of the game. We're coming up against, you know, formations such as the 4-2-3-1 where they're trying to sit off in that kind of deeper block. But it's just not working. You know, we're 5-0 now. And we're actually kind of headed to the top. So at this point, I'm shaking Pep Guardiola's hand, and he's, you know, really getting on with the guy Shannon the Cannon Briggs. And he's certainly not a lad that you want to be enemies with, I'll tell you that. Because the guy can throw. The guy really can throw. So Moussa it's not Moussa Dembele. I'm thinking of a boy from, you know, old Spurs type thing. Vibey lad. But, you know, Ousmane Dembele was trying it down that side. You know, we're now going down this right side with my guy Traore. He's got pace. He's got strength. And he gets it across. It's Llorente. And I have to say, I forgot to say completely, we actually signed up Llorente. So a lot of people might be playing Llorente, especially a lot of the clones playing him as a centre mid. We're actually playing him as a centre forward here. And we've been training him especially. You know, some may call it a finisher chem style or something like that, but we actually did some specialised training, which is actually what it is, into finishing and dribbling. We just, you know, we've been practising all week, putting the ball in the back of the net. And here is David Silva. Back for the boy Llorente and his 2 goals on his debut within 10 minutes as well. The guy was about it, and he can press on the front as well. He's actually quite a good player in terms of, you know, pressing and tackling and all the rest of it. As we get the ball with Ansu Fati across. It's Llorente. It's a hat-trick. And I have to say, I was very impressed with the boy. I was very, very impressed with the boy. As we go into half-time, Lega Padme fans absolutely screaming. Lega Padme loving life. And that's that. Another game wrapped up. It's a wrap again. You know, the Fox 19 really doing the most, man. Shout out Pep Guardiola. You know, is he actually going to rival? Because I kind of treating this as if this is a second season. Is he going to rival Thomas Tuchel? You know, he managed to get 4 ranked ones in a row. Can Guardiola repeat that kind of success? So we come up against this team, you know, a load of B-Tech players and all of that, and they just end up putting it in the back of the net and going off. You know, charity champs fully at it again. I was a little bit confused. Well, actually, I'm not even confused because, you know, this is actually kind of a regular occurrence at this point. You know, mediocre FC's just kind of giving away the dobs. But, you know, we'll take it. We'll take the dob. But then, obviously, into the next game. He's lining up in a rather interesting way. And all of a sudden, I don't know what the players are doing here. They're all over the shop. Frankie Lamp's obviously bagging himself a goal. And it's another occasion where I'm like, what is going on here? And then they're out again. So that's 2 in a row, and that's actually within a very short space of time. We've commuted from the FUT Champ Stadium to the FUT Champ Stadium type thing. And, you know, not really, I don't really understand what's going on. That's 2 in a row. I mean, I come up against his team, you know, pretty mediocre name and all that, you know, the kid LaCroix. And he's thinking he's all about it type thing. You know, we're getting a corner ball with David Silva, looking to whip one in. And it looks like mutiny or something again. Like 3 games in a row. I don't even know what to call that. Like that, you know, mass mutiny is what it is, really. So, yeah, man, another diddly dob. 3 in a row, 3 dobs. And all of a sudden, we're eyeing up 10-0. You know, can we get 10-0? We're currently 9-0. We're almost halfway there, living on a prayer type thing. It could actually be kind of vibey. It could be vibey. You know, Pep Guardiola, this could be... I think this could be something that could really stamp his authority at the club. Is he about it? Is he about it? Is he here to stay? This weekend really is going to be the test. And Alexander-Arnold down this right-hand side. And you could tell this team, you know, they wanted to fight for the manager for once. You know, they actually wanted a dob. And Bernardo Silva, I think, down this right-hand side, giving it to Trent Alexander-Arnold. The cross again for Fekir, the guy that has many clones. You know, mass production. My goodness me, but Alexander-Arnold getting tackled. And the referee, I saw a £5 note slips in his pocket. So this is actually a tactical battle. It's a hell of a tactical battle with an Empire officer. I saw he was actually setting up in a 3-5-2. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, all right, where's the weakness in the 3-5-2? The weakness is between the right back and the right centre-back, and between the left centre-back and the left mid. Wait, did I say it right? The right mid and the right centre-back, the left mid and the left centre-back. So that space there. And what we did is we started playing down the wings with a 2v1, because they've only got one player on each side occupying that wide space. So essentially what I said is, you know, let's use the right back and the right mid and overload that right-hand side, and we'll be able to create chances, because we're really struggling. You know, they're doing pretty well, but we pressed them out of it here, and we have the 2v1 on this right-hand side. Jesus Navas spots David Silva, and it's 1-1. And straight away you can see that's working for us. You know, you have to sometimes just use... Once again, it's Guardiola. He spots where the weakness is in the opposition and their formation and all the rest of it. And we just started going at him through that. So Phil Fodes, you know, he wanted at him. He said, let me at him. And then they actually switch up. You know, it's a real tactical battle. They're switching up now to a 4-2-3-1, which means less pressure on our back line. We had a bit more time on the ball type thing to actually play it around. But we're still looking to actually overload this right-hand side again. I just thought that this is... You know, he didn't really know how to defend against these overloads. So Frankie Lamp's coming through. It's Phil Fodes in the 85th. My. And we turned it around from what was actually a very difficult game. And this was a hell of a tactical battle with a proper Empire officer, and he was about it. We really are halfway there. You know, we're 10-0. We're looking good on the Pep Guardiola, man. So chaps and chuppets. I'll speak to you in a jiv. Trolls.
I'm gonna mix. Yeah, said I'm gonna mix. Yeah, said I'm gonna mix. Yeah, my guy gonna mix. Yeah, with our fresh with a beast. Sweaty games on FUT Champs, sweating it out for the bread.